Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. And as we're anticipating the new Alaska cards hitting their Atmos program launching on August 20th, there wasn't a ton of news, but we did see new credit card drop from Bank of Montreal. And Bank of Montreal has some interesting credit cards. They're not like considerably stronger than any other cards. They have introduced a new mid-tier travel card called the BMO Escape Card. It is a MasterCard World card, not a World Elite MasterCard. It is not a World Legend MasterCard. I don't know what distinguishes World Legend versus World Elite, but there is a distinction between World and World Elite. Usually the hotel concierge program that World Elite has, and World Elite will have some better protections and can have cell phone protections added as well. World cards can have some cell phone protection, but not quite as strong as World Elite typically will. World Elite just does a little bit better around the edges overall. You also get a rideshare credit. You also get a couple other credits on World Elite that you don't get on World. So World is also known for the classic yellow and red logo, whereas World Elite has the silver MasterCard. That is the other distinguishing component. That is way too long on MasterCard logos. But let's talk about this card. We've got the Danny the Guru article first. We'll go here. This card is the new BMO Escape credit card. This card has an annual fee of $150 and features some travel benefits such as up to $240 in hotel statement credits annually, priority pass airport lounge membership with only 2 annual visits, and rebates on fees for global entry and Nexus. And the card has no foreign transaction fees. New card members can receive 45,000 bonus points when you spend $5,000 in the first 3 months of opening the card. The card will earn on the following categories: 4 points per dollar spent on eligible dining and airfare, up to $3,000 in combined spend each calendar quarter. 3 points per dollar on eligible hotels, cruise lines, tours, and travel agencies on $3,000 in spend in the quarter. Spent on eligible car rentals, taxi, and ride shares, up to $3,000 in combined spend per quarter. Unlimited one-time points per dollar on all other purchases. This is not a terrible earning setup, but it is each one is broken down in $3,000 in combined spend. So $12,000 in combined spend every year is going to get you varying degrees of points. Now, 4 times points on dining, nice. 4 times points on airfare, relatively unheard of in a $150 annual fee card. We'll see what the Sapphire Preferred ends up looking like a little bit later this year, but this would beat the City Strata Premier. This would beat the Wells Fargo Autograph Card. This would beat the Autograph Journey. This would be the American Express Green Card at $150. And so it's interesting to see. Now, this is on up to $3,000 in combined spend, and the $3,000 in combined spend also includes hotels, cruise lines, tours, travel agencies as well, and the car rentals, taxis, rideshare, etc. Interesting that there's no gas category. Gas is probably the only category here that I would also add in. I think it would be fine as a 3% category. It doesn't have to be groceries. This is a travel focused card. I think gas and EV is a travel category that should be considered part of travel. Also, no mention of transit or trains or anything like that. But not everybody's going to have as expansive a travel category as Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo. So that's fine. Benefits include 2 free Priority Pass lounge visits to any airport lounge in the Priority Pass network worldwide. Get reimbursed up to $100 every 4 years on your global entry or Nexus applications. Pre-check is included in both, and I think global entry can be included in Nexus. One of them includes everything. I think Nexus is the one that does everything, but only $100, whereas most cards now are going to $120, so it doesn't make sense that you're not starting at $120. Interesting. $20 monthly credit when you use your card and spend $200 per month at hotels worldwide. So if you're spending $200 at a hotel, that's a couple to one night a month. You're going to get $20 in statement credits back. So if you max out the statement credits, you get $240 plus $100, $340 on a $150 annual fee. The gas passes at Priority Pass, let's say a typical Priority Pass is about $35. That's another $70 in value in theory, right? So you're paying $150, but you're getting back, if you maxed everything, what, $340, $510. Not bad on the surface, but overall net value to you probably fairly weak. Again, only 2 free Priority Pass lounge visits to any airport, the Priority Pass network. It's not going to help with multiple travelers. I don't know if this would include any authorized users also getting that credit. Passes are fairly weak. So DDG states that this product is very weak. You're paying $150 for global entry TSA PreCheck and only 2 visits per lounge. Yep. You also get up to $240 in statement credits, but it's broken down to $20 per month when you spend $200 or more. So you got to spend $2,400 to get $240 back. It's a 10% rebate on hotels booked, but you're also going to get an additional 3%. Is it great? No. Is it strong? Also no. It's interesting to see BMO launching a new mid-tier credit card because they have a mid-tier card that is not considerably less expensive. So let's look at this card. This is the premium rewards card from BMO, right? You're going to get 4 points per dollar on eligible gas, EV charging, grocery purchases, and dining up to $2,000 in combined spend per calendar quarter. 2 points per dollar on eligible hotel and airfare on $2,000 in combined spend, and 1 point per dollar on everything else. And this comes with a 10% anniversary bonus. On this card would be 35,000 bonus points when you spend $5,000 in the first 2 months of opening the account. $5,000 in 2 months might be a little bit steep, but it is what it is. The earnings on this card are interesting, not amazing, but somewhat interesting, especially if you're spending on gas, EV, and groceries. So this can be your gas, EV, and grocery card, and you pair it with the $150 card. Now, this card comes with a $95 annual fee. This card is almost taking on the City Strata Premier or the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Now, the 4 points per dollar is cool in the way of getting like a penny per point on statement credits and getting to cash this out at that. So it is 4% back on gas, EV charging, groceries. $2,000 in combined spend each quarter. So that's $8,000. So it does give you a cap. Now, this set up at $225, you could do significantly better with no annual fee cards. And they're both World MasterCards, not World Elite. So why am I highlighting these two cards? I want to make sure that I highlight cards across the spectrum. Not everybody's going to be going after Chase and American Express, or maybe there's a certain population that really loves Bank of Montreal. Are these good cards? No. Are these cards you really should go out of your way to get? Also, no. I did want to highlight there are banks doing interesting things in terms of earnings. I do like the earning structure of the Escape card. I think this is a card that they could have put a little bit more time and intention into and given it a full priority. If this card had launched with a full priority pass, was $300 more expensive, still came back with a more lucrative hotel deal than the $20 per month, this could have been a card that would have been in the upper mid tier of travel cards. It just doesn't make sense to launch this card at $150, only give it 2 priority passes that don't seem to extend to authorized users. The other good thing on this card is no foreign transaction fees. Cool, but a lot of cards will offer no foreign transaction fees with better earning structures. This is one of those, I'm highlighting a card that I don't think you should get, but I just want to highlight that there are banks doing interesting things in terms of earnings on various categories. So again, you're getting 4 times points per dollar on airfare and dining. Not a lot of cards at 150 are doing that yet. 3 points per dollar on hotels, tours, travel agencies. That's pretty standard across the board. The $3,000 in combined spends per quarter, like, yes, it's a cap. Yes, it makes it sustainable. I don't have major objections to the cap. I just don't know how many people are spending $3,000 a quarter on just travel-related expenses. Now, dining can get up there, but I don't think that this is really a card to cover for dining. But again, 4 points per dollar, not a lot of cards cover at 4 points per dollar dining, even with a $3,000 per quarter cap. You got the Amex Gold at 4 points per dollar, and that's about it, because the old Saver card was discontinued, and that was 4 points per dollar at $95 a year. And then you've got the points rewards card, which also comes with 4 points per dollar. If you have this new Escape card, you would make that your dining card, and then your premium rewards card would just be supplementing your gas and EV and grocery purchases on $2,000 a quarter. And you get that 10% anniversary bonus. Again, are these good cards? No, but it's worth highlighting when a new card comes out just to see what sort of spending categories are priorities for that company. So in that, I wanted to show that BMO is really going after some sort of semi-budget traveler, but they are highlighting 4 times points on dining, 4 times points on airfare, and not a lot of transferable currencies are going up to 4% on airfare. You've got the Chase Sapphire Reserve at $795. You've got the American Express Platinum at $695 asterisk for now. Then you've got the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey at $95. But nothing else is really hitting, that 4% for airfare. 4% dining, you've only got the gold card and any grandfathered City Prestige at $495 or Old Saver card at $95. So $150 for dining feels like that's where things are going to go, because the green card is $150 for 3 times points on dining. So I don't know. Are these good cards? No. Are these cards I would recommend? No. But is it interesting to highlight where banks are looking to go try to find a niche with earnings? Yes. And BMO is trying to find some sort of niche. I don't know where they're going to find it, but it's worth highlighting where they're going with it. Again, good cards? No. Cards you really should consider? Absolutely not. Unless you're someone who is so welcome offer hungry that you need the 9% return on spend with this card. But the other thing with the Escape card that is also going to be a bit of a downer for everybody, this card requires you to apply in branch. So if you don't have a BMO branch around you, pointless. And I know that I'm putting this at the end of the video, but again, I don't think you need to go out of your way to apply for this card, but I wanted to highlight a card that has a welcome offer of about 9% and see where BMO is looking to find a niche somewhere that maybe another bank could exploit a little bit better. But that's going to do it for this one. If you like what I do, hit the like and subscribe button down below. Consider becoming a channel member. If you really want to support me here on YouTube, $2.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. Check out the Stack Your Points podcast. We're approaching 600 subscribers over there. Podcast I do with Call Me Lonnie from the Call Me Lonnie YouTube channel, RJ from Stack Your Points, Tariq from Reeks Rewards when available, Craig KidCat37, StackYourPoints.com, another resource there. Check out the Bridge Banter podcast I do with RJ from Stack Your Points. That's going to be floating above my head in a couple of seconds. 2 videos are going to pop up over here. And as always, check out the pinned comment for ways to support me outside of YouTube if you so choose. I appreciate your time. Appreciate you watching. Thanks so much for everything. Talk to you soon.